I'm going to jump right into the main topic of this video, which is my plan to turn myself into a human Swiss Army knife. And maybe you click on the video thinking, what the fuck is that? It's basically just like another way to say how I plan to lean into the fact that I'm like a generalist in terms of my interests and hobbies and skills, and that for the next few months, I'm not sure what exact amount yet, I plan to go all in and just throw everything at the wall and see what sticks in terms of potential career opportunities that may come from doing so. And yeah, so I'll just get to the meat of the video, which is basically just sharing more so with myself as as proof of what I'm trying to build or what I'm moving towards for just like self-actualization purposes. And yeah, so I'll cut to the chase with that. Right here I have, yes, this is a knife. Anyway, kind of like a map. This is basically like just a close-up of the system that I'm going to be using. As with all systems, if something works, I will continue to do it that way, but if it doesn't, I will update it. But as of right now, I feel like this is a pretty decent system in terms of like how my brain works and how I like to organize things. So over here, I have my interests and skills that I'm currently working on and what I've accumulated over these past few years. And I did think of like organizing it according to like category. Like some of them I want for like creativity, another one for movement, another one for like, you know, logical development or whatever. But I don't think that's that important just yet. And then over here, as you can see, I have a little key which indicates the degree to which I feel I'm proficient in said topic, and like heavy emphasis on I feel. As I don't really currently have a way to objectively assess that, but that's also okay because this is for me. And as you can see, I don't have a single area that I feel that I'm amazing at, and I'm okay with that. The main goal for like this project, or I don't know, lifestyle, I guess, is just to get as many of my things into green. And I think I would be pretty okay with that, because what would qualify as blue for me? That would be like, I would be able to teach it to other people. So I'm not saying that getting to blue is off the table for me entirely, but as of right now, and with the resources I currently have at my disposal, which is very limited in terms of like terms and money, green is okay for now. So yeah, so over here I have my hobbies and skills that I want to be working on. As you can see, it's a shit ton. So how I plan to film the journey that I'm going to be taking on in terms of like developing these is at some point when I'm going to use my separate journal over here that I also have. This is my art journal. This is going to be my daily tracker. Sorry for the shaky screen, but yeah, so I will be going over this in a second. I also have things that scare me, that I feel like there's potential growth in areas that I feel I don't want to develop in necessarily. Like there's a lot more stuff here that I probably couldn't think of right now. See, I've got driving, math, coding, sports, business, dating, and motherhood in there. And then fields that I feel that I'm fairly acquainted with, which for me like means like I can have a decent conversation about these topics, and these are topics that I feel like will always like interest me no matter how old I am. And with the exception of this one. This one is just something that I have to do for my job at the moment. So yeah, but everything else are like things that I feel like I want to learn about as much as possible, and I want to seek more information and resources about that. That I feel that I won't be able to get to within like the immediate in the immediate sense, but hopefully one day. I mean, at the end of the day, I have like my entire life to go and figure things out. Why I wrote down the traits that I have, because I feel like, how am I going to be achieving on turning as many of these yellows and oranges into green is basically like my personality, or the traits that I feel that I have accumulated over my entire lifetime, and hopefully that will guide me and make this a success, I suppose. So yeah, so this is the system that I currently have as like my North Star, to borrow a term from the author of The Artist's Way. And now I'll be talking about like how I plan to implement this into like a daily system, so that this isn't just me shooting into the dark, and I actually have a means to keep track of the things that I'm improving on. The system that I think the guy's name is Dominic Hart, I'm not entirely sure, but I saw his journaling system, and I think like that's like super cool and very like accessible, and works in a way that my brain appreciates, which is like I like to see everything at once, or else I'm going to forget about it. So I already started with like a rudimentary system here, which was like simple enough, and I didn't have that much success in the first few weeks, but eventually, I'm still currently here in the 3rd week over here. I do see that I'm making like some progress. So what this will be doing is just like taking these little notes that I've been using so far and just like putting it like into a more like expansive perspective in terms of just like keeping track of the entire month. So yeah, as you can tell, it's gonna be going like by month, and then he has like these numbers on the side here to just like keep track of like little memorable moments in the day. And I think this is great because I've tried journaling for like the longest time and I'm not very good at it. So I feel just like having a short little sentence to help me like reflect on the day, something that I can definitely do. And then over here, I've organized my skills or habits that I want to keep track of according to how often I want to get them done. So these ones in pink are like stuff that I want to get done for every day. So my everyday goals would be doing walking, yoga, meditating, studying Chinese and anatomy, and reading 5 pages of something. I feel like that's fairly doable for me at the moment. And then I have these ones in blue, which is most days of the week, or maybe like 4 to 5 times a week, ideally. And that would be like doing some strength training, filming and editing, dancing. Right now I've picked up belly dancing, and writing. And then for once a week, I have posting on YouTube, Substack, playing chess, calling a friend, sketching, and working on calligraphy. And then here in pink, I have habits that are not so good. So I would have rotting in bed, scrolling, and drinking. And I have another one here that I wanted to write down, but I kind of forgot. And then here at the bottom, this will be where I would be reflecting on what I want to change for the oncoming week. And yeah, so basically that's the system that I have planned for me. Obviously, like with any goal or project, there are definitely going to be setbacks that I anticipate. And the main ones I feel would just be like fatigue in general, because I'll be trying all of these while working a 9 to 5. And obviously, as someone who has a uterus, things get a little bit tough in terms of staying motivated when it's my period. So I anticipate that those are going to be days where I fall off track, and also life is going to continue to happen while I try to embark on this project. So I'm going to be trying to give myself grace, but also stay on top of my ass so that I don't lose steam and actually like, stay consistent on this project that I set out for myself. And yeah, that's basically it. If you're interested in following along, or you want to be like an accountability buddy, that would be great. So if you could hit like, subscribe, all of the buttons, that would be fantastic. And see you guys next time.